on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Y'all get it?
Oh, that was corny.
Oh my God! Oh, Jesus!
I think she
that
that
was
shit down.
corny.
Just kill me now.
And that's what I'm saying. Niggas gotta stop. Like, this gotta stop. This is not even entertaining me. It makes me mad.
This is
and it makes me feel like you think I'm stupid.
Why people do cocaine?
This is
Like,
ultra performative right here.
Hey man, that crowd loved it though,
Okay,
bro.
so help me understand this. How is it that she's saying Donald Trump don't walk the walk or talk the talk? What the fuck did?
We who believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence will finally pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban.
The assault weapons ban, I've spoken about that issue before. You're really just stopping law-abiding citizens from being able to protect themselves. That is a dumbass law because criminals are going to get guns regardless. They've been doing it. It's not going to stop them.
What's up? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. We are officially underway with the whole Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump thing. I guess some people should be happy that it's not a Joe Biden versus Donald Trump 2.0. So there's a blessing in that at the very least. Yeah. So just let's kind of go around the clock and you go around the field here. Like, what do y'all kind of think about Joe Biden stepping down specifically?
I mean, it was needed. Joe was a little too old. We could tell that he wasn't all the way up there as he was trying to pretend to be.
Real, what you think, man?
I agree. He just fumbling over his words. I mean, he be slipping and falling all over the place. Like, the dude is just he just old, man.
That debate,
yeah,
he just staring off in the just slack jaw and all that stuff. It's tough, man.
He be getting stuck and lost and just be staring off into nowhere. Tripping over shit. Like, it was over with.
Did y'all see the debate?
Yeah, I watched it.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was that bad? I didn't see it.
That was bad. I mean, both of them, even Trump was old. They were both doing the damn stumbling over each other's words and just repeating each other, just re-saying the same shit.
Yeah, then they got to golf debate.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, like, Trump really wasn't that sharp as attack up there either. He was fumbling too. And people understand, Trump is only like 3 years younger than Joe Biden. Like
really?
They're not that far. They're not that far.
How old is Joe Biden? Like
88.
How old is Trump?
I think
Biden 88. I think he's 82, right?
I thought he was 88. No, I thought you're right. He probably about 82.
How old is Donald Trump?
He ain't no close to the 90.
Don like 78.
Like 78.
Yeah, 78.
Yeah, Don is
he probably
78.
about 82. He probably about like 82.
And Biden is like, what is he? What is Biden?
Like, I think he probably right. He probably about 82, 83, and then Trump is about
80, 78. Yeah.
78. So
okay,
they're not that far in age.
Yeah.
They both old as fuck.
So
They like the two oldest running presidents. They're the two oldest.
Why do they put such egregiously old people in office?
Because they believe the older you are, the more wise you are, the less to make mistakes. You done have way more lifespan. Like, only the youngest president before that was technically Barack Obama. Kennedy was young too. Kennedy was young.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Kennedy was young. Barack was young. It's like, but after a while, they got to down to old niggas. Like, hey, you gotta at least be 65.
Yeah, so look up how Kamala is real quick.
50,
I believe
60,
I believe.
60, almost 60.
Almost
Something
60.
like that.
60 years old.
They keep it in that 60 range. That's their number.
59 years old.
59, yeah. So
59, yeah.
So I wanted to say that they was trying to step into a younger territory here, but she's still 59. But the video we finna cover right now, she's definitely trying to appease to that younger audience. You know what I'm saying? So
Barack was 40, right? When he was president, right? He was 40, right?
I think he was younger. Yeah.
He was about 40, right?
When he first became president.
Yeah, when he became president, was he in his 50s
How
or
old
40?
Barack Obama when he first became president?
Here is information from Wikipedia.
44.
Yeah, 44. Yeah. He was
good.
really young. That's why he always said, because he still had good hair.
Right. And then George Bush was younger than him.
George Bush. He did 30s?
He like 43.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so 40, so they kept it in the 40s. Okay.
Damn,
Junior, right?
They look so damn old.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, Junior.
George Bush is the oldest.
But I think the requirements you do have to be like
35.
Oh, it's 35.
Yeah, 35.
Oh, okay,
But we
okay,
never
okay.
seen a president. I
Never
think
seen a
young.
35 year.
JD Vance is like pretty young now though. Like I think he's in his 30s, right? That's the vice president of Donald Trump right now.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah, he young. Yeah, he young.
So have we had a president that young, like ever in history? 'Cause that was
I
something
hate to say
old.
it, Bobby
What did
Kennedy.
Teddy Roosevelt?
Is he the Kennedy? I think Kennedy was. He looked pretty
Kennedy
young.
was like, man, I don't
Kennedy
know.
looked pretty goddamn young when he was outside. Like, you know, Kennedy,
Yeah.
Kennedy didn't look like he was in his 40s.
I think they start hiring these people young or something, man.
I mean, they
The
got
whole
be.
thing is it's the experience of life. The whole thing is that's what I think is kind of is.
Really based on.
You know what I'm saying?
Experience of politics.
Politics, yeah. Politics, my bad. More politics, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, older you are, the more connections you make, like that type of shit. But like to go as high as fucking 80 is kind of OD. But
They
that's
say
my
Kennedy was 43 when he
43.
first elected.
Well, he just looked good. Shit, that was a good
Yeah.
43.
opinion. Right.
That TV show, the nigga Justice.
So yeah, so regardless though, Kamala Harris, despite being 59, knows that she has to appeal to a younger audience. And when it comes to black people, this is her method of going about doing that.
Oh man,
Yeah, we ain't gonna play the music per se because I don't want to cover no copyrights or anything like that.
What's this?
But like, this is
Oh,
this
you know.
Oh God.
yeah, this is
That
this is her campaign thing in Atlanta. This is her campaign run in Atlanta. So check it out. So we got Megan Thee Stallion, performing. That's not what she might have been performing that Japanese song.
Yeah, that Japanese song. I don't know what it's called though.
Yeah,
Whatever it's called.
Star.
Oh.
Yeah. I was confused because.
I don't know what she's saying. She's saying some Japanese shit.
Well, it was but like the
My
thing
daughter
he said
told
in
me,
English
I
was
don't
like
know.
"I'm a star" or something like that. So I'm thinking that was her song. I'm like, oh, is it her song? Or she just singing some? She just covered some Trini song. I don't know.
No,
what
that's her
song.
song. She made that.
Right,
She wanted
right.
to make an anime song, and then there was a lot of copyright laws that she could use a lot of anime characters. She was getting frustrated
They
with.
should try to get anime. Bro, she trying to get anime fans in. To vote for Kamala too.
No, that was just the actual video for that song. Period. It wasn't have nothing to do with Kamala.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so she was in there, doing a little thing.
There you go. You.
So they
but
had,
that part, she talking now.
Yeah.
Ain't no music.
So we were gonna. So all for the most part, she was just saying things like Kamala
Hotties for Harris.
Yeah, vote for Harris. Women's rights and things of that nature. Which is pretty much like one of the strongest things.
They
that
really
a lot of
using
women
that women's
vote for.
rights
They
stuff
ain't got no rights
to push that. To
Right.
push Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
They really using that.
I'm trying to figure out what rights they don't have.
I want to say it's the protection of rights because they think that
Yeah, they are trying to strip them of rights though. That is true.
It's about the Project 2025
That
thing
part,
and Donald
yeah.
Trump and stuff like that. It's like it's a defensive measure of what they trying to push. It's what they pushing for.
Man,
I don't know what Donald Trump. Has said specifically to
Project
women's
25.
rights.
I heard he wasn't backing it.
Yeah, he
That's
said
what
he
a lot of
don't
people
know
say.
nothing
He
about
wasn't
that.
backing that shit.
So I mean,
And how
No,
they-
that's
so
not
how-
what he said.
you see
how
how
are their
He
rights
said
not taken
Project 25 is things I like about it. And he didn't say he was backing the whole thing.
He
But
said he didn't know about it.
No, he definitely know. He said he knew about it.
I
He
just
said-
thought he wasn't backing
No,
it.
he ain't back. He said there's things in the bill that
Right.
he likes about it, but there's also a lot of things in the bill that he doesn't like.
I'd argue that Democrats
So he's
would
not.
say the same
So he's
thing
not
too.
backing it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said- I say he's saying that right now because he ain't president. Then when he president, well, we going forward with Project 25.
Well,
But I mean,
25 keeps you
I mean, how
responsible.
bad could
That's not all that's in
2025 be though?
There's some
There's wild
skady
shit in there.
things.
Some
in
wild
there.
shit in there.
Yeah, but-
It's 900
But for the
pages.
most part, it's making people
Shit,
be
black people-
responsible.
black-
That's
people
one
already-
part
Hold
of it. That's the point. That's like one part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's one part of the bill. It's about the crazy other shit. It's certain things of the bill is cool. Then it's a whole bunch of other shit that ain't cool. That's the problem. I'm cool if you're gonna support certain parts of the bill, but you say I'm rocking with everything on the bitch. Hey, big dog, I gotta turn my back on you a little bit now. I can't do that no more. I can't rock with you no more.
Well, like what?
No. So let's get to the Quavo's little thing.
Yes. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? If y'all don't know me, I go by the name of Quavo. Born and raised in the north side of Atlanta, home of the Migos. This city has always been home to me, from playing in the streets and, nurturing me and teaching me how to be the man I am standing before you. So I mean, one of these issues that I care about is resolving the gun violence issue. And you can't understand the struggles of gun violence if you're not in the field or in the heart of it. So one thing I learned about working with Vice President Harris is she always stand on business. From inviting me, what's up, mama? From inviting me to the White House last year to discuss these solutions to passing the biggest gun safety laws to date.
What? Bullshit.
So it's only right in the birthplace of the culture.
Yeah, like people are accidentally shooting people.
This man
It's
talking
also
about
the
some
same-
past gun safety laws and raps about killing people.
Stupid shit.
Oh man.
I know say he's more of a party rapper. Migos Taggy don't rap about killing people, bro.
No, not really.
They have the rapper having big sticks and what they'll do to somebody if someone try them.
If you try to rob me, of course. What the fuck? You trying to rob me?
So you're promoting violence.
No, you're not. I'm telling you, if you tried to rob me,
No,
I
they
kill
didn't
you.
say try. They didn't say rob them. They said try them.
That's what they mean. You trying to
Talking
take
shit
my
is
thing.
trying somebody.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Saying some words about not calling you a bitch. That's trying. You see, talking shit is like, you know, fuck you, motherfucker. But calling me a bitch, hey, you know how people are with that bitch word. That's just what it is.
All right.
In place to launch the first African American woman to run for president.
Oh my God.
African American. He said African American.
Yeah, we changing the culture again.
No, no.
So if you never voted before, make sure you get out and vote right now, because it's the real one. And in the words of my brother Takeoff, let me get a Kamala.
Fucking stupid.
I'm gonna hand it over to Tyler the Green. Let him talk about his vote and introduce the next president of the United States of America. Yes, sir.
Weird, skinny, frail.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? All right.
Come on.
Very
My
pussy
name
fat.
is Tyler Green.
Very pussy fat.
Come on, guys.
And
Come on, guys.
I am
Guys,
so
Yeah,
honored.
you got a suite up there too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
It was all bad.
They
You
need
can
to-
tell he's a lot of
They
niggas.
don't need to have
They
little
ain't
frail,
gonna do
little
this
frail
shit.
dudes up there.
This shit
You
is
know.
Grow up, fellas, man. Grow up, man.
The next President of the United States of America, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Okay, too long to come out.
Just a second. Listen. As a proud Morehouse man,
Yeah, he gonna go. I gotta make some shit up.
Proud Morehouse man.
Hey, he looked down. Let me say something.
I didn't have shit else wrote on this paper.
Hey, he did.
I gotta shit. That's a proud Morehouse
man.
American.
Yes, oh shit, man.
couldn't be more excited to welcome a fellow HBCU alum back to the beautiful city of Atlanta. I first met the Vice President at the White House last year, where I shared my story as a young black entrepreneur. I talked about the challenges that I faced, the importance of investing in entrepreneurs of color, how we can work together to fight the climate change crisis, and the positive
Yeah, I found that
impact that the Biden-Harris administration.
I'm sorry, I got a problem with that already. I had to pause that shit. So hold on. So they want the the climate change, the climate crisis. Hold on, I got a problem with that already. So you telling me we got these HBCUs, and we creating these black entrepreneurs and these black millionaires and stuff like that to fight climate change? Why don't? Okay, I got a huge problem with that.
I mean,
it's
a large job market for it, baby. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, it's a job
okay,
market
that's
for it.
something, but that better bring in some revenue to the black communities. You know what I'm saying?
If you work for the year, you get the job, yeah.
Because the problem in the Black America, right, is the communities. You know what I'm saying? We invest when we like the purpose of like these guys going into like these schools and stuff like that, and becoming educated and increasing their value and their worth or whatever, should be for the purpose of, you know, bringing money back to home. You know what I'm saying, and uplifting the community. Like that should be like the first thing like that's on these guys' minds. But they're arming these dudes educationally so they can fix a problem that white culture created. You know what I'm saying? Black. I got a huge problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's like that. I mean, technically, we all live on this motherfucker. So
yeah, we do. But like, bro, I just got a problem with us being like the first. Like, not well. Of course, we ain't the first ones to go up there and do it. But I don't know. You know what? Maybe it is me. I kind of feel like we got things that we need to work on in Black America first before we start handling these world issues and shit like that. I mean, if white society created that problem, let them fix it. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but that's also a job market for black people. Oh no, yeah. If it's a job market, by all means,
it's a market. I mean, they invest billions of dollars into these programs, so therefore that is a job market for black people to get jobs and also.
What does it even matter?
Hold on. By all means, do that. But like I said, as long as these guys are being taught that, okay, let's not let's do more with it. Let's do more with this opportunity, right, of attaining wealth than just being like the ambassadors or like the soldiers of white society and shit like that, and clean up their messes. But by all means, get your bag. Don't let me what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's a good thing they're doing it because it's a large opportunity.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't want anybody getting caught up into let's all join hands and fight an environment crisis.
That's not even how you fight an environment crisis. This is more like science and not destroying certain factories.
What benefit would this be to the black community if these billionaires or millionaires from climate change just gonna marry white women anyway?
I mean, why you say they gonna marry white women? Because
they do on average.
I'm not saying that. The billionaires do, but these workers not. They still just average black workers. They're gonna be in a dominant field. Technically, if a lot of black people are in that field, you're gonna meet other black women and black men in that field. And most times, people marry within their field. Cops marry other cops. Lawyers marry other lawyers. Doctors marry other doctors.
No,
they don't. No. So doctors don't marry other doctors. Lawyers don't marry other lawyers.
No.
You sure? Okay. I met good lawyer couples, like both lawyers. I bet doctor couples.
I think I've seen the study. I've heard of the studies where people typically marry within their tax brackets. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a common thing.
Married in a tax bracket, yes. Not married within a profession. No, that's not a common.
I mean, that's a lot because most times you see a woman at your job. You talk. That's where a lot of people actually
blue collar.
Yeah. I thought blue collar is labor workers.
Labor jobs.
That's
blue collar. That tends to happen.
So that's
when you talking about white collar jobs, no, they don't. Especially not in the same company and stuff like this. No, out of time.
I mean, not same company, but they be different law firms because you can't technically do it in the same building because they.
But the only reason you can't, you're right. You can't. They don't allow it within the company because of
the messiness,
the problems that can cause because of marital issues, and they don't allow it with other companies because conflict of interest.
To a certain extent, but you see that happens. I mean, you're right, but they still do it though. People still marry other lawyers in different law firms.
Well, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's not as common as you think because you can lose your job.
Okay, but I'm just saying this is probably a little different in this environmental science field. This is just an environmental project that you.
They probably do marry women, white women.
But I don't think they just marry white women, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm listening to you guys, man. I agree with him though. I think that most people get married at the place that they work. Most of the times, who you're around all the time.
You meet the woman at your job most of the time.
Yeah, most couples get married or meet somebody in their work environment. A lot of infidelity happening in the work environment.
That's true. I mean, I'm just saying people definitely have sex with people they work with. Okay.
Yeah.
You try to say that doesn't happen like that? Like, it kind of does. Just people don't give a fuck about those rules.
All right, fast. All right. Well, yeah. Let's keep going.
Has had on my communities, and it means so much to me to see a vice president leading with the same values of excellence, leadership, and service that our institutions instilled in us.
He's reading from it's so strange.
I think that was for later.
Vice
He had to
President
pull out
Harris
his speech for
has
later.
spent every day of her
For now,
career
because she
fighting
didn't
for
come
working
out,
people
so-
just like me.
She late.
From her service as a district attorney, attorney general, and the United States the Senate. Not yet. To her leadership as vice president, she has served and spent every day of her career serving and fighting for us, the people. To name just a few of these accomplishments, she's fought for historic investments into HBCUs.
What'd you say?
Nah, I'm talking about she said she fought for historic investment in HBCUs, and first thing Biden did was take away the money, so she didn't fight for shit. That's what I be saying, man. Niggas be lying too much, man. That shit be pissing me off, man. Go ahead, man.
All right.
She's fought for student debt relief. She's fought for reproductive freedom. She's fought for entrepreneurs and climate leaders like me. And I know that when Georgia sends her to the White House again, she will continue to fight for us. There's so much at stake in this election. We know that we can't afford to let Donald Trump and J.D. Vance enact their extreme Project
It's funny how they say
2025.
J.D. Vance is extreme and he's technically against all things Donald Trump supports. That's what I'm saying. They fucking lying on the bands right there. They just lying. J.D. Vance, he doesn't agree with none of the things Trump's want, and that's why That's why Trump threw me for a loop when he chose him as his vice president. That threw me for a loop.
Yeah,
it made no sense.
I would like to, like, this is the problem with these type of speeches. It's like, I mean, it's really just a lot of glazing that's going on for the most part.
He said like, bro, J.D. Vance is technically the opposite of Trump. He's not.
So like, yeah, technically it's like kind of a lot of like glazing that's kind of going on right now, but it's like it's kind of doesn't help when they make these statements, but there's no substantiation, there's no explanation.
It just make you look bad.
Yeah,
Just make them look bad.
It can make them look bad when people that actually thinking about the things that they're actually saying. Because like, yeah, I mean, look at the people behind them.
They say, and
they just making statements, and I have to. And 90% of people back there don't know the context of what he's talking about. They just cheering anyway, and unfortunately, that's a significant percentage of the Kamala Harris support base. And I'm not, and not to, again, I gotta explain this first. For everybody out there, this is not an endorsement for Donald Trump or anything like that. I'm going to be extremely critical on both sides, and I'll explain later who I'll be voting for and everything like that. But in order for us to like get somewhere politically and stuff like that, we have to have these very critical discussions and conversations amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? What's that phrasing again? Come on.
Uncomfortable conversations create healthy relationships.
There you go, nailed it.
That could be your slogan, man.
There you go.
And that's what Trump wants to do. Trump wants to drag us back into the past.
Which is a pretty interesting way of saying "Make America Great Again." I'm not. that was a pretty decent flip, though. I'll give him credit for that.
But just listen. We have a champion here with us tonight. And she is going to lead our country into the future. Now, it's my honor to introduce the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
All right. A little more house crowd. Relax, man. She's back, man.
scared. Now I see him.
This is an Indian American.
In front of Indians, she's Indian American. In front of black people, she's black.
Right.
But no, but the argument is she's both. All right, that's what they saying, right?
She can't. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, the problem is she never talked. She never claimed the other side like that, blood. So you can't claim it when you want something from us, man. That's all I be saying.
But where does the black come from though? It ain't her father. They say he's Jamaican, but he's called that because of where he's lived. He's not called that because of his nationality.
When you look the nigga up, when you look him up now, they the AI the fuck out this bitch. Now all of a sudden he's a black man. First he was an Irish nigga with red hair and all this other shit before. Now you look him up now, he got a nigga fro.
No,
yeah, nigga, fuck that.
All the pictures I would say the dude like he's like one of those Indians that's just dark as hell.
He don't even look like dog. He wasn't even that dark.
But he's Hindu.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Those Indian. When I say Indian, I'm talking about the Hindu.
Yeah, I know.
And they can come real dark skin and stuff like that.
But he wasn't that dark when I saw him. He looked like a nigga from the 70s.
He was like our complexion, right?
Maybe by King complexion.
Yeah, but that ain't he's more like your complexion, but a little lighter.
The father?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like when you hear him speak, you know what I'm saying? It's all.
But
like,
then he said he wasn't black though. He said he wasn't black.
He claimed Caucasian and everything.
All right, so when that nigga sits up there and say I'm a Caucasian motherfucker, and you try to say your daddy black, but he say he ain't black, bitch, shut the fuck up. No, I'm tired of this shit.
Right, so word on the street is right that his grandparents was both black,
and we gonna do.
But that of his grandparents. Oh my God!
I heard he was Indian. I heard he was just Indian. Indian that moved to Jamaica.
Afro Jamaican descent. That's what they say. Afro Jamaican descent. But if his grandparents like that, the two grandparents, right? So his kids must have had sex with an Indian, and then he was born. And
that's all I can come up. But they're trying to materialize this picture of his grandparents. It's like no one's done it yet.
Yeah, I don't know where. I personally like that's like I said. That's word on the street. I ain't seen it myself. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they kind of saying. And I'm just thinking like, okay, let's say both. Let's say he has a couple grandparents that was African. I mean, is that really enough to like? I mean, that's like four generations. That's like four generations removed from your blackness. You know what I'm saying? Is that really enough for Kamala Harris to claim some blackness in front of like these large black audiences?
No, not at all. And that's why I agree with Dr.
Umar Johnson. Your parent gotta be black, and then you gotta be the other race, and we always call you black. But if somebody else down the line is black, and you try to say you black, it don't work like that too much. Like you said, it's diluted in your genes. It's in there. Yes, you're right. You got some in there, but with your ethnicity, and what she always acknowledged in her life is she said she was a middle-aged
because when she became the senator, she became the first Indian senator.
Yeah, for sure. But let's be real about it. I think everybody come from the motherland, don't you? Well, I know how you feel, but everybody come from the motherland, right? Am I wrong?
No,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
But like I told you,
it gets diluted.
This shit get tribal though, so we gonna do the tribal way. She ain't part of our tribe.
But isn't blackness also determined by your upbringing? Because she went to school out in Canada.
Culture. We
right.
came and drink about
she went to one black college, but her upbringing wasn't black. She went to a black college, and everybody's under this guise of, oh my gosh, she went to a black college. She understands. Bitch, I go to all white college, and I don't understand white people problems.
I'm trying to tell you though, like, what's 4 years of hanging around niggas said I know niggas? That don't make sense. I know niggas because I was born with niggas. I've been in part of this nigga culture society since I stepped outside the womb.
Man.
So so like I said, it's one hell of a conversation to say the least. But that's pretty much the only argument I've seen supporting her being black about her father's grandparents. So that'd be her great grandparents, right? Great parents.
Yeah, great. So some shit like that.
So, yeah.
But how's that possible? How the hell did you go from great Africans or blacks or where the hell they came?
Because that's the
all
problem.
The way to being raised completely Indian. Because according to them, her father was in her life.
Yep.
Which makes the contradiction about her upbringing was the very premise of the song "Not Like Us" and the very claim that he making towards Drake. No, it ain't with the Drake defense thing. We can argue about that for fucking decades. But the very thing about Drake was His father wasn't necessarily there. He read by his
Jewish
white
mother.
mama, right?
Yeah, so
now
he
the
started
only
fighting
the only
the
difference is he was around his father, just not all the time.
Yeah.
And Drake has never not claimed to be black. He said he's black from childhood on up. She was claiming to be fucking Indian. So what fucked the point that she become black?
Because when it became cool.
Right,
it became
to win the
political.
black votes.
Yeah.
When it became political.
That's right.
All right, let's keep going now.
Political weapon.
Everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Oh, it's good to be back in Georgia.
What the hell? What's wrong with her voice?
Everyone, can we please hear it for Tyler?
Just high pitch right there.
Hey,
It could be
I
I
bad
want to
sound.
thank Tyler for
bad
that
sound.
incredible
Bad sound
introduction.
system.
I invited him and several other young
She's not
entrepreneurs
technically
to
talking
come and
directly
visit
into
with
it,
me at
see
the
what
White
I'm saying?
House.
She's
And
talking
we
sound.
No,
had
Yeah, no.
a-
Yeah, it's all
She's
right.
not,
Really-
not catching her voice like
Why
that.
this time she trying to make a southern accent?
It don't matter. Oh, that's what you're trying to say.
a very long and important conversation about the future of America. And Tyler, you represent the best of our future. Thank you for that. Thank you. And please give it up for Quavo and Megan. So it is so good to see everyone. And let me also thank our incredible members of Congress who are with us this evening. Senator John Ossoff, Senator Raphael Warnock, and Representative Nikema Williams. To Mayor Andre Dickens, thank you for welcoming me back to Atlanta. And thank you to the great Stacey Abrams for your extraordinary leadership. So, Georgia, it is so good to be back, and I am very clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. And you all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024.
What the fuck was that? What the hell I just say? What the? I
Oh, you
told
talking
you.
about that southern accent?
Cosplaying, man.
So, you said cosplaying.
She be cosplaying.
I mean, she
for
could
real.
be doing it subliminally. Some people do that subconsciously, try to connect with other people. They just automatically kind of mimic your tone of voice.
Code
To
switching?
code. It's called code.
Or
switching.
adaptive kind of
Yeah.
behavior.
Yeah, it's a way to assimilate.
Doesn't that happen when you're actively speaking directly to somebody though, like
Right.
face to face?
No, you can do that to a crowd of people because
Yeah.
of what it is. No, you don't have to be in their face. No, you just naturally do it. I do it all the fucking time. So
Yeah.
So because she knows she's in Georgia and
Yes.
she knows how
And
Georgia people kind of talk.
And she's gonna
Okay,
try.
but that's the equivalent of me talking to a Chinese person and then trying to talk in their dialect while talking English.
I mean, if you knew that language, you
I
would.
don't think it
If you
gets that
actually-
deep. I think you gotta think about it a little.
No, it's,
you know.
but I'm just saying, like, if you actually knew that language, right, to make them feel more comfortable,
Right.
you would speak in their tongue. And you would try to mimic that tongue the best way possible so they would respect you and give you praise. Like, oh, you actually took time to learn my language, my history.
Right.
You see what
Not
I'm
the
saying?
not the language, the dialect,
The dialect,
the
even
manner
though
of
it
which
was
they,
that-
Right,
the
the
manner of
history,
which they,
but-
the
Even
manner,
the
the manner of which,
mannerism.
the manner of which they say the
mannerism, I was gonna
word.
say,
Yeah, the way you, there you go, the mannerism, the way you say
Yeah.
the words. Like, if you started speaking Chinese, right, so certain American people say you speak Chinese a certain
who else
way.
does this?
A lot of people do.
Everybody
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it. You
it's
do
called
it. You do it subconsciously.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
know
called-
you're doing
it's
it.
called a natural
You do it.
assimilation. That's how people, when you're around a group of different ethnicities, sometimes when you're the only person that's different, you would naturally assimilate.
Doesn't but of what you're talking about is true? Isn't that something that's over time? She just fucking got there.
No, I mean that ain't the first time she's been around Southerners, though, Rob. That's not the first time she's been around people from Georgia.
So what you telling me that every time she goes to Georgia, she just picks up a Southern accent. Then when she goes home, it's back to Indian dialect.
Oh yes, it can
and listen, raise your shirt up because if it says Kamala Harris under there for president,
I'm just
then
telling
you got a problem.
I'm giving you the human behavior.
I'm pretty sure that takes over time.
No,
King.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
That doesn't happen in like a day or something.
It can be a mid-conversation.
You can do it in a day.
How does it happen mid-conversation?
It's just some humans do subconsciously. We don't realize we're doing it.
It's a human behavior thing. It's a human
does
behavior
happen.
trait. That's all. That's
Sometimes
it.
I gotta catch myself. Yeah, I think you're overthinking it. Kind of. You trying to go Billy Carson on some shit. You know what I'm saying? You
motherfucker.
You get too deep, man. It's just something that happens.
People do.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yes, we will. So let's get right down. So I'm gonna get into some business.
It might be a little bit performative.
Now. Okay. I'm gonna get into some business now. All right. So Georgia, as many of you know, before, and have a seat if you have a chair. As many of you know, before I was elected vice president and before I was elected a United States senator, I was an elected attorney general and an elected district attorney. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. So in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
Yeah, black. Stop.
Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Don't she over that shit?
That place still full. She done packed that bitch up in the refrigerator.
I know the type. And I have been dealing with people like him my entire career. For example, as Attorney General of California, I took on one of our country's largest for-profit colleges that was scamming students. Well, Donald Trump ran a for-profit college that scammed students. As a prosecutor, I specialized in child sexual abuse cases and sexual abuse cases. Well, Trump was found liable for committing sexual abuse.
Man, she nasty work though. Nasty work. She just conflated sexual abuse with child with the kids stuff, man. Ooh, people don't like that. People don't like hearing stuff about stuff like that. This is
and
how
as an
politics go,
attorney
though.
general,
But you elected Joe Biden.
Dirty.
What are you talking about?
Right.
What Joe Biden do?
Everybody knows old pedo Joe, man. Come on, man.
Jim Pro Joe, pedo Joe.
All right, let's go.
That's what I'm saying. People are fucking crazy how they just wish they go to the rug because they want to like somebody else and just act like this dude ain't a weird person. Like, there's many videos of him being around young girls, and you can see in the pictures how uncomfortable they are when him touching them. Yeah. Like, you see you know what I'm saying? But, hey, we want to turn the blind eye to that. So, hey, because Trump grabbed the bitch by the pussy. It was a porn star. What are we talking about?
What, that actually happened? Or that was a conversation?
Oh, he grabbed the bitch by the pussy.
This dude's savage, bro. All right, let's go, man.
the big Wall Street banks accountable for fraud. Donald Trump, guilty of fraud. 34 counts. So in this campaign, I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week.
That's nice.
Any day of the week. Including, for example, on the issue of immigration. So I was the Attorney General of a border state. In that job, I walked underground tunnels between the United States and Mexico on that border with law enforcement officers. I went after transnational gangs, drug cartels, and human traffickers that came into our country illegally. I prosecuted them in case after case, and I won. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Y'all get it?
Oh, that was corny.
Oh my God! Oh
I knew
Jesus!
she
God.
wrote
That
that
was
shit down.
corny.
They thought they
Just
was
kill me
clever.
now.
And that's
This
what I'm
is-
saying. Niggas gotta stop. Like, this gotta stop. This is not even entertaining me. It makes me mad.
This is
and it makes me feel like you
ultra-performative.
think I'm stupid.
Why people do cocaine?
This is
Like,
ultra
shit, that is
performative
just
right
crazy.
here.
Hey man, that crowd loved it though,
Okay,
bro.
so help me understand this. How is it that she's saying Donald Trump don't walk the walk or talk the talk, whatever the fuck she want to be said, but is it under her and Biden administration why we have these immigrants here to begin with?
Man, it's how did that? Well,
I mean,
it's a problem that
is.
was never fixed.
No,
Right?
it's not even a problem. Joe Biden said he was going to do this when he was running for office. People just forgot like they didn't hear him say that.
Right.
He was going to let this happen. He said that. He said he was going to let the immigrants flood over here.
Okay.
And I believe one of the reasons was because he felt like he would gain political power by having them being able to vote. Also creating a problem within the black neighborhood because these motherfuckers are really taking the resources.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers getting thousands of dollars a month and they're committing crime on top of that.
A lot of crime.
So it's
a lot. Yeah.
To him, it was a win-win on either side.
Real quick about the voting, and that's I mean a lot of us believe that it's partial reason why they're accelerating their citizenship so they can go ahead and vote for just in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and all the Mexicans said, we're going to vote for Joe. If we get it, we vote for Joe.
No, the Venezuelans.
Venezuelans, yeah.
We're going to vote for Joe.
It's crazy. My mom told me this when I was a kid a long time ago, that Hispanics are going to be the new black people. Because not only do they are given the resources that inherently belong to us, they outrank us in numbers.
I think they're about 19%.
Because of
oh, here we go.
feminism and many other things. We've adopted the abortion thing, and also this. Our families are broken. You know what I'm saying?
The nuclear family is failing.
Yeah, but they continue the process.
That's part of Project 2025.
One of
Getting the nuclear family back together.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I don't know. I don't see how that's possible. Go ahead. I don't. Well, real quick, I don't see how that's possible. Due to it's going to be a whole lot of economy boosting that's going to have to happen before that's able to happen again. But keep going.
Well, I will say this: we got to control the media. We got to control what we see. Having Megan Thee Stallion, and I love Megan Thee Stallion, by the way, but having her up here twerking and all of that, man, that's not the type of image that we want to have for our little young black girls. So it starts with media first, because black people are portrayed in media in such a negative way, in such a denigrated way. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to kind of have the nuclear family come back together when you got everybody that's either acting ratchet or in self-survival mode. But I do want to say this. I feel like whites here in America are understanding that their birth rates are low. So in return, to never let us get up, they is allowing for immigrants to come over here just to undermine us. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They're hoping that the Venezuelans come here and kill us and hurt us and harm us and take resources from us to keep us at such a level. I don't know, like I've always said on this show, I don't know what the fear is to allow us to get past that glass ceiling, but it's very evident.
Yeah. I mean, and this is the thing, and the crazy part about it is this is you speaking to the Democratic Party, who's supposed to be the most allies of Black Americans, and I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but like I believe Greg Marcel Dixon was quoted to say Republicans won't help anybody except military and the military branch and rich people. But the Democratic Party seems to help everybody except Black Americans. Yeah, although there's going to be some arguments that say that, oh, well, what about the Affordable Health Care Act, or Obamacare, and all these other
fucked up the healthcare. Didn't do nothing.
Man,
so that doesn't work.
That's a conversation for another time. But.
And that shit made it difficult for business owners as well.
Yeah, it did. All that shit made
it raised the price for them on Medicare and stuff like that. So
he didn't help.
I'm not sure if it was a good thing. I'm not saying it's bad.
It was a bad thing because
it's a conversation for another time. That's what y'all kill me, man. But yeah, like for the most. But to what you're saying is like again, like with the as far as the like allowing the migrants and stuff like that to take over like the black community and stuff like that, and putting black communities in danger and stuff like that. Yeah, that's definitely a prevalent problem. But I mean, Kamala Harris, like she is addressing that in this very same speech. So let's continue on and see what she has to say.
Worked on the most significant border security bill in decades. Some of the most conservative Republicans in Washington, D.C. supported the bill. Even the Border Patrol endorsed it. It was all set to pass. But at the last minute, Trump directed his allies in the Senate to vote it down. Right. He tanked the bipartisan deal because he thought it would help him win an election. Which goes to show Donald Trump does not care about border security. He only cares about himself. And when I am president, I will work to actually solve the problem. So here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law and show Donald Trump what real leadership looks like.
Somebody mad about that. That's what we were talking about.
But make no mistake, this campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. Truly, this campaign is about two very different visions for our nation. One focused on the future, the other focused on the past. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity to build a business, to own a home, to build intergenerational wealth, a future with affordable health care, affordable child care, paid leave. And all of this is to say, building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. Because we here all know when our middle class is strong, America is strong. And to keep our middle class strong, families need relief from the high cost of living so that they have a chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. And yes, it is true that by many indicators, our economy is the strongest in the world. But while inflation is down and wages are up, prices are still too high. You know it and I know it. And when we win this election, here's what we're going to do about it. On day one, I will take on price gouging and bring down costs.
Promises. These are good promises.
We will ban more of those
she's gonna cut
hidden
price
fees and surprise late charges that banks and other companies use to pad their profits. We will take on corporate landlords and cap unfair rent increases.
How can you even do something like that? I mean,
because that shit
Right,
is
'cause
statewide.
right.
It's statewide. She can't do. Well, she could if she could sign an executive order.
But
and shit like that.
isn't in them increasing rent based off property taxes and things that they have to pay,
Not all the time. No, they
like
don't really have
upkeep
to.
and stuff like
No,
that?
they don't have to do that. No, we don't have rent control. That's different in rent control places. We don't have rent control here, so they can just raise it if they want to, like how.
Right, but I know it's not. It's at their discretion.
I mean,
Right,
it's always been at their discretion.
but the cost of living going up,
I mean, now
property
that's why
tax
they
going
doing it.
up. Wouldn't you, as a landlord, have to raise rent to keep up with such a
Oh
thing?
yes, you're right. Yes, now, yes, but it was already happening before that. Before, like this new tax bill everybody got, people was already raising the rent before that. That's the point. They were already doing that before. Now they just have a excuse to say, "I need my money even more."
Okay.
So,
Gotcha. I do want to bring up something very briefly, a bit of a fact check about what she just said regarding immigration. So, bipartisan border deal. Speaking to a crowd in Atlanta on Tuesday, Harris reiterated her support for a border bill that would increase funding for ICE detention beds, border patrol agents, asylum officers, and immigration judges. It also would reinforce new restrictions on migrants seeking asylum, alongside other reforms. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law and show Donald Trump what a real leadership looks like, Harris said. Harris also said the bill was endorsed by some of the most conservative lawmakers. It's true that the bill was negotiated by a bipartisan group, but in the end, it was rejected by the vast majority of Senate Republicans. Trump urged lawmakers to reject the deal. He wrote on social media that it would be another gift to the radical left Democrats. They need it politically, but don't care about our border. What is currently being worked on in the Senate will be meaningless in terms of border security's closure. Border crossings reached historic levels under the Biden-Harris administration, but according to the White House, those numbers have fallen significantly since President Biden issued an executive order restricting asylum applicants in certain circumstances after legislation failed to pass. So, to bring some clarity to what she actually meant under this border security bill that she speaks of, and it apparently entails funding for detention beds, border patrol agents, which is something they definitely need, asylum officers, and immigration judges. So it seems like they're throwing more money into the situation.
I mean, that's the same shit Trump did. Those detention beds, just detention camps. She just said beds instead of camps.
So,
and that's when they lost 2 million Hispanic kids. Nobody ever found those fucking kids, cuz.
For real?
Yeah, those kids just disappeared.
Damn.
I wonder what happened to them. We ain't gonna talk too much about
that's definitely a different conversation.
Yeah, it is. Hey, if you know, you know.
That's all I'm saying. That's all she's doing the exact same thing Trump is doing.
If you want to get the innuendo, watch The Sound of Freedom. There you go.
So yeah, just want to bring a little bit of clarity to that. Like I know a lot of people didn't know what she meant by this, by these all these legislations that she's talking about here. So let's keep going on.
We will take on Big Pharma to cap prescription drug costs for all Americans. Our plan will lower costs and save many middle-class families thousands of dollars a year. But Donald Trump has a different plan in mind, one that would raise prices on middle-class families. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda.
Dirt nasty work. Though.
I take it.
I want to clarify real quick that the Project 2025 bill, like Donald Trump's name is not in that book, and it's a long list of names of whom like collaborated in the the formation or the idea collectedness of that book. Donald Trump, I believe it. What did he say, King? That he agrees with some things in the book,
but not the whole thing.
But not the whole thing. And I mean, honestly, I'd argue that a lot of those things in that book, Democrats will also, especially the current state of Democrats, which some will argue is more so centrist than anything, that they would also benefit and also would agree with some of the tenets in that book or some of the ideas in that book. But it's a bit. I'm just saying it's a bit unfair for Kamala Harris to attach that book to Donald Trump when Donald Trump himself said he doesn't agree with the entirety of that book. Probably didn't even read it, to be honest, which is 900 pages.
Okay, you've seen it. Project 2025 is a plan to weaken the middle class. Be clear. And Donald Trump intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to gut our investments in clean energy jobs. He intends to end the Affordable Care Act.
Hold on a second. Oh, God. This chick is acting like a straight female. Y'all ever had that one female friend?
Bro, I got the shirt on, man. I got the shirt on. The NBA Jam, the Angel Reese. Bro, relax, bro. I'm trying to show the sisters some support, man.
Y'all ever had that female friend that you'll say something to? That'd be like you say, oh, yeah, my girl was tripping yesterday. And they'd be like, well, I wouldn't do that. That's all she's doing.
Yes,
that's all she's doing. Like, I want to hear tangibles. Policies for black people.
Yeah.
She's not saying nothing important.
A bunch of nothing.
She's not saying nothing important.
She's just rebutting everything she assumes Donald Trump is going to do, or
and I hate to say it, he never said he was going to do that about cutting Social Security and shit like that. He was never going to touch it. It's them, the motherfuckers that's doing it. They the one that's fucked about Social Security and took all the money from the old
that's
people.
the part I'm not.
Like
I'm
the
not
Democrats is doing that.
Just a goddamn snake up
like
here.
what the fuck? And then on top of that, she up there talking about all these policies and stuff that she's gonna do for the American people, while simultaneously saying before that she wouldn't make policies directly for black people.
Yep.
Because she don't want to do that. You know, it shouldn't be for just them. It should be for everybody. While they simultaneously have made laws that we can't benefit from for the LGBTQ, Mexicans, the Asians, like the Pacific for them. We don't benefit for that.
I mean, like you said, Joe Biden just signed the executive order for the Hispanic people, and I have no hate towards you guys. I'm happy y'all got what y'all got. But all I'm saying is this is shit niggas been begging for 60 plus years.
Oh yeah. Get your money.
Y'all got it without
get your
even
money.
asking.
Yeah. Get your money.
So what is the details of the executive order?
It's basically something similar to our affirmative action bill.
What you talking about? What you talking about for the Hispanics? Oh yeah, we gonna cover that later today.
Okay.
We'll save for later though.
So it's regarding the Social Security or the Social Security checks and stuff like that. They're awarding that to the Ukrainians. You know what I'm saying? They're awarding these things to like these other groups and stuff like that.
That's the Democrats did that shit.
And this is that's what I'm saying. This just happened under Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? So it's really weird how they kind of because it goes to what you said earlier about
Really?
about
the fat people.
No.
Really?
It goes back to earlier what you said about like the P the internet calls it a P3D whatever the kid stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like they like she attributed that to Donald Trump. Well, she connected that to Donald Trump via his sexual assault stuff and stuff like that. When we got Joe Biden over here, like, you know, people kind of been, you know, criticizing him for the way he be smelling little girls' hair and stuff like that, and how he touches them and stuff like that.
That shit ain't cool.
So it's like it is pretty weird to be like to take this hypocritical stance of you know, holding somebody's hands to the fire when you literally collaborating with somebody that's kind of doing the same things that you
probably worse.
You know what I'm saying? It's even worse, and like it's in black and white. I mean, let's take a look at the foreign all this foreign aid that Joe Biden is awarded to all Ukraine and Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of money that could have been going towards. You know what I'm saying? Social Security and the things and the money that American people, worked hard for and stuff like that. And apparently we're not gonna get our pensions and stuff like that too. It's all over mess. You know what I'm saying? For her to try to criticize Donald Trump for, taking away these things when Democrats have seemed to be complicit in these actions. Like the hypocrisy is out of control, and we're the one, and us the American people. Are the ones taking the blunt end of it. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going on.
To take us back to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You guys remember what that was? Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Georgia, America has tried these failed policies before, and we are not going back.
She's a politician, man. She got way better speaking.
I mean, like she was saying nothing. I just think she was talking to a bunch of retarded motherfuckers.
I mean, this is politics, bro.
That means both of those people in that crowd are stupid. That's what you're telling me. They don't understand anything she's talking about. They don't know how to ask the right question.
They won't even question
it. Just black woman this and
and she just saying shit that sounds good. This sounds good. I'm tired of all this shit. It just sounds good. Nobody's actually doing good.
This mess is crazy, man.
It does in fact sound good, but it's just gonna be up to the American people, the American public, to hold her feet to the fire when she doesn't deliver what she
That's
was
the
promised.
point, though. All you is gonna say, you promised us this. Well, they stopped me from doing this, and I couldn't do it. I thought I can do it. Then I got there, I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Ugh, what a mess.
Going back because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom. Across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on assault on hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. The freedom to vote. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to live without fear of bigotry and hate. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. The freedom to learn and acknowledge our true and full history.
I will agree that needs to be the Republicans need to get rid of that idea immediately. Stopping DEI and critical race theory and all that stuff.
They don't want to talk about what they did to black. They don't want that to be taught anymore. Because they said it makes white people feel ashamed to be whites.
Yeah,
so
they gotta change that mentality immediately in order to reverse some of this black animosity.
She's not going to do too much about that because she's not talking about our history. She's talking about Indian history.
I mean, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, the Democrats technically were on board with the Republicans are doing against black people with that because they said they will not intervene in no Republican states that are enacting these laws to stop teaching about black history.
Oh wow!
So therefore they're standing by. So therefore they're complicit in the crime. You see what I'm saying? So she's saying all these things, but she's not going to go over there and defend us in none of those Republican states.
And those Republicans, and that's that's like halfway. You kind of half stepping with if you want to truly support black people you claim to be black. Then you should go all. I know a real FBA /ADOS / descendant of freedmen will go all in as far as preserving the defense of black history. You know what I'm saying? But if she's going we ain't finna go over there because that's not our territory. They didn't vote for us. It's kind of stupid.
No, but the problem is there's people over in that territory that voted for you, but you're not going to help them because you didn't win in that territory. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to impose your will over there because you're not going to step on the Republican toes.
Yeah, I think you should step on Republican toes, in my opinion. But
I think ADOS and FBI are the wrong people to be elected for that. I think someone that wants.
I didn't say nothing about electing anybody. I'm talking about people that
will fight for our history, bro. That's what he's saying. That will actually, if they were in position of power, they would fight to maintain our history. It would not be pushed on the back burner and be like when you go to Florida, right? They teach slavery. They make it turn it into a cartoon, like a little cartoon, like it wasn't like that didn't happen like that. It was more we were friends but you worked for me. I'm just telling you, like that shit's wild. You see that shit that's going on down there in Florida, folks, and that's how they're trying to program the next kids so white kids won't feel sad about hearing what their ancestors did to another group of people.
And when they kind of low key should, because that's the price you pay for sinning. Is what it is. You should deal with it. You should deal with that guilt. If you don't want to deal with the guilt, let your kids deal with the guilt. In my opinion. So, but like I'm just saying, her being an Indian is not. She's not going to do that.
No.
For somebody that's actually rooted in the culture, it will actually go all out. That's what I feel like, at least, unless they want them fucking George Clyburn or what's that dude that
Molo Martin.
What's that social the dude in this damn, what's that guy name in the Supreme Court?
Oh man, it's
Clarence Thomas. So yeah, keep going.
And the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do.
Shut up, Country.
Ours is a fight for the future and
say a
for
word.
freedom. And I don't have to tell folks in Atlanta that generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now, the baton is in our hands.
God.
Each and every one of us. And we love our country. We love our country. And I believe it is the highest form of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country. And so, we who believe in the sacred freedom to vote will finally pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act.
What's the John Freedom Right to Vote? What that is?
I personally don't know.
That's the first time I ever heard this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm definitely gonna do a follow up stream where I'm definitely gonna do a follow up stream where I try to figure out the inner workings of these two policies. I mean, how I always kind of see it, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit on the conservative side. I get it, but how I saw it was that if somebody wanted to vote, if people wanted to vote, they'll find a means to vote. You know what I'm saying? Your jobs will allow you the time off to go vote. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's illegal for them not to let you go vote. You can, like, if you say I gotta leave early to go vote, you can leave early to go. They can't stop you.
Exactly. So it's like I really don't understand. I really just never really understood this whole thing about they trying to stop our right to vote. They trying to stop us from voting. I'm like, bro, I'm like I said, hey, if anybody out there want to correct me about the how Donald Trump tried to stop us from voting and all this other stuff, bro, just hey. I'm hear out, but for the most part, I've always said, if you wanted to fucking vote, then just nothing stop you from going out and vote.
I've never seen a job.
Bring some water. You know?
You can go early vote, folks.
Yeah. I've never seen a job. Even working, doing the whole railroad mess. Like, we can be in the middle of a job, and they'll be like, "We'll do this many projects, but after we done, y'all go home, go vote." Like, I've never seen a job stop anybody.
So
like ever.
So yeah, not the job. It's like whatever Trump was talking about. I would like I said, I'm all ears. But okay, so apparently there's they're trying to pass some legislation that's gonna prevent I guess Republicans from stopping people to vote. We'll see. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm definitely gonna put up a video about the whole thing. So let's keep going.
We who believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence will finally pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban.
What do y'all think about that?
All of that was stupid. All of it don't make sense. The assault weapons ban, I've spoken about that issue before. You're really just stopping law-abiding citizens from being able to protect themselves. That is a dumbass law because criminals are going to get guns regardless. They've been doing it. It's not going to stop them. They just, not too long ago, maybe last year, they pulled over some people in Chicago, and these dudes had armor-piercing rounds inside of their vehicles.
Armor-piercing rounds.
That's illegal. If you don't know, Democratic Party, that's illegal. So if it didn't stop them from getting armor-piercing rounds and military-grade weapons that have selector switches on them where you can shoot them from single to burst to automatic, what in the hell assault weapons bans is going to do to protect anybody but put us more in danger, the ones who actually abide by the law. And this whole trying to get immigrants to vote, like I said, man, it's just a tactic so that they can win because these people feel like appreciative of allowing them to come to this country and their cousins and all of that. So that's just a way to win because these Venezuelans over here, and as soon as the resources run out, which eventually it will, they're not gonna do nothing to help them people. Really, after the election is done, all that money they giving to the Venezuelans, they're gonna stop that shit.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
They
really.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And this is gonna cause chaos, and now we're gonna fight. And
Now we're gonna be fighting in the
Oh, man, I
neighborhoods
don't
with
know.
these
Nationalities.
fucking
You
Venezuelans.
think they
and
that
shit.
sloppy? You think the Democrat, the
Yeah,
policy?
I mean, because
policies
that's
that
what they
sloppy?
want to do. Like you said,
give it
is
1 to
keep
2
us
years.
at the bottom. And now we're gonna have to sit here and fight these niggas and kill. We're gonna go to jail for defending ourselves.
Man, okay. I'm gonna say this.
What's that picture you sent me?
I'm gonna say prepare. Listen, I'm gonna say prepare for the worst. Okay, but that's bad. That'd be messed up if the government is that sloppy with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it
Of course
is.
they is. You have,
1 to 2 years.
they can't keep up the momentum forever.
No.
And then you have all these Hispanics in neighborhoods that they're not from, with other Hispanics who don't like them. So then you got gang ties and war.
they gonna fight. Yeah, they
but then
same
at
shit.
what point? Because remember, it happens in California.
True.
It happened in California. There's, I think it's 60,000 Mexican mafia, different Mexican or different
They
Hispanic
fight
groups
all the time.
taking out blacks. And there's only 19,000 Bloods and Crips. So at what point does that happen in the major cities?
All you got to do is convince them that we're the bad people.
Yup.
Like all other races that come here, who's convinced that we're thugs and we just bad people. When the truth is, our conditions and our environment puts us in a bad space. Like I gave the example of the rats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So imagine when you take this money away from these people, imagine the stuff that they're going to be doing. See, what they're hoping is that maybe these Venezuelans might start businesses and stuff like that, but they're not going to do that. That's just like giving black people all the welfare and giving, as we do know, that more white folks are on welfare than blacks, but that's just like giving us welfare and giving us all of these things. We're not going to get up and do shit for ourselves. Same with them. They're not going to start no businesses and do anything. As soon as that money run out, then they going to commit even more crimes than they committing now because they already committing crimes. You know, so.
It's a decent perspective. So any final thoughts regarding the gun situation?
The gun thing.
'Cause
I never understood gun laws like that.
I mean,
because simple fact of like, the point you made, they making all these gun laws to keep people from getting certain type of guns or have certain type of guns, but like you said, the criminals don't listen to that. So what's the point of the gun laws then?
The point is to oppose them on regular people because, like in the amendment, guns are supposed to be able to help you stop the government if they ever decide one day to just overly use their power on you. So if a lot of American people have military grade weapons in their house, it makes it hard for a military to oppose their will on you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
okay.
if you only got hand pistols, nigga, and my nigga got all these big ass guns, that courage to fight back,
Yeah.
I
Like,
can't do too much with this hand pistol.
without even armor piercing.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's what they're afraid of.
Yeah.
That's the very much
Because
so
the
truth.
white man always know that these guns protect me from you. You see what I'm
From
saying?
the government.
The government. It's not always just about the people. It's about if he ever decides to get too cocky, I bought the same shit you bought. I got the same shit in my garage.
They probably
If it
know
ever
how to
comes
use
down
it.
to
Probably know how to use it
Yeah,
better
and
too.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what that is because they do. I hate it. In the South, the white man is prepared for the government to say, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? We up north is
They
different.
don't want them.
Just for clarity, like there are some gun aficionados down south as well, or some black gun aficionados down south as well. So
No, I'm not just saying.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
for sure.
saying.
I'm not. That's not. I just want everybody to know it's not just the white people down there.
I'm just saying.
No,
down
blacks are
south,
prepared too.
The southern border of the South, period, they're prepared for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Now up north, we think that shit's cool and all this dumb shit, and we worry about that little pistol, and the motherfucker that you like, man, I can't do nothing with that.
Because a pistol ain't going through no level 4 or no level 3 vest.
Yes.
Just so we know
That
that.
and it ain't going through no walls like that either. That motherfucker can sit outside and he can blow your fucking house down.
And especially if you have, what a lot of people don't know too, especially if you have defense rounds, right? Because once that projectile hit you, it's little bitty shards that spread
out to you,
so imagine that trying to hit a bulletproof vest. You have to be very, very precise if you're gonna aim and then aim at soldiers and all of that shit. With a 5.56 though, that might pierce through a vest, or that might hit an arm, and that might deter the soldier from being able to move or doing anything like that. Especially if you know places to hit. So how we would train is always chest,
head.
But not only the head, we looking for the mouth area because that's instant lights out. Now to stop somebody from being able to be mobile, we'll aim for the waistline, which has a femoral artery in there, which you can bleed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times they don't want us having those type of high-powered weapons. A pistol can do the same thing, but they don't want us having those high-powered type of weapons because enough shots in that vest, it eventually gonna pierce and go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you get some aftermarket stuff that they got out here too, like some level 4 stuff that they done made, and it, but for the most part, we do understand the damage that those weapons can do. 5.56, 7.62, 2.23, all of these type of rounds that they don't want us to have. This is why they want to lower the magazine cartridge. When you look at the evidence, every fight that somebody has lost in a gun battle, the other person has more times had more ammo in a bigger size magazine. And the thugs, the niggas in the streets, they all got switches and 30 rounds and all this other shit. That law is not to protect us.
So I was always a fan of just the. I was always a fan of the best. Well, okay. Well, first of all, I would acknowledge. I would give some type of credit. I do think a decent amount of background check is necessary and all that stuff for law-abiding citizens, just to make sure they're law-abiding citizens. But other than that, I'm a fan of like certain individuals that say that, hey, it's the better form of gun control is the education of guns and the control of weapons.
Very true.
I mean, the whole thing with the background check, that shouldn't matter either, because if I go to jail for something for stealing, I can't never get a gun.
Oh well, it needs to be okay. Well, it needs to be okay. I can agree that it can be fixed or something like that. So
that's to keep certain people
even like misdemeanors, like you can't
though.
get no gun if you have a misdemeanor. It's not a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor, depending on it can affect you. They do that to black people.
Right.
White
depends,
people, it depends on who you are.
Because you had some dude, he had a felony and he got a gun, and that same motherfucker that got that gun went to kill somebody.
You can get a Floyd, but you gotta be in the crib though.
It depends on the type of felony and misdemeanor. Like if you get a felony and misdemeanor, like in a drug charge, no, that wouldn't necessarily stop you from getting a boy card.
No,
it raised some red flags.
You get a Floyd, but you can't take it outside.
Yeah, but
like Buddha.
if you get something like battery, assault, aggravated assault, something like this, no, you can't get anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, let's she's almost.
Yeah, they can get it, but they can't go outside with it though.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we agree.
Niggas won't go outside with this shit now. You can't just keep it in the house.
Oh, I see what you say.
You can't take it outside.
But
like,
you saying they'll take it outside if when the time comes?
No, they can go to jail. They do. They can own a gun in the house to protect their home. But if you outside on your person, they will go to jail.
Got to get it.
We agree with that.
Concealed and carry.
Yeah, they can't get a concealed and carry. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
A person that has a crime, like I said, I went to jail for stealing anything like that. I can never get a gun. I can never get a concealed carry. I can get a Floyd where I can have a pistol in my home, but I can never have it on my person outside to protect me.
Can you say it like 5 times, man? We get it, nigga.
No, I said that part should be. It should go off like they say off the crimes that you do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I just stole shit, don't mean I could never had no pistol, man.
All right, for sure. You right, bro. You right 7 times in a row, man.
We who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans And when Congress passes a law to restore reproductive freedoms, as President of the United States, I will sign it into law. So November 5th is in 98 days. In 98 days, and let's level set. Friends, let's level set. We have a fight in front of us. We have a fight in front of us. And we are the underdogs in this race. We are. But you see, this is a people-powered campaign. Ours is a people-powered campaign. In fact, after I announced my candidacy, we saw the best week of grassroots fundraising in presidential campaign history. And if you go to KamalaHarris.com, you can help us build on that success. So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it.
And didn't they say she raised like 80-something million?
It was a massive amount. Only thing I do know is black women gave. Oh, I forgot. I was just looking up right now. Huh? It was I believe it was a one. I'm gonna look it up though. I'm gonna look it up though. I believe women gave about 1.3 million and black men gave 1.5 million. Like black women gave 1.3 million in a small amount of time though.
What the hell? So are we able to do that as a people? What's the problem? What's the problem?
Well, we do got trillions in spending power though.
I mean,
but I'm like,
I gotta address that. It's like we do have a lot of, obviously a majority of that money is going towards the bills, but there's some people that's trying to say there is no residual income after we pay for our bills, and that can be further from the truth. We clearly have spending power. You know what I'm saying?
We do, definitely.
Right, but if we as a people are able to come together and raise 1-point-something million to endorse somebody, why can't we do that for our own communities and our own people?
Too individualistic. We as a people are just as most of other Americans here, just too individualistic, and they see some girl some president that they like for whatever reason.
Yeah,
they want to throw their money at them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a stripper. You know what I'm saying? You just throw your money at the Kamala Harris.
Black people want to feel like they're responsible for putting in a black woman in office, even if she's not black. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that Kamala Harris is not black, and nor does she relate to the black culture, but they feel good putting her in office. First of all, she's given a lot of nothing up here, and her main target I see is appealing to women and women's rights. I haven't read the 2025 project, but I don't think it's like that bad where it's like women ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I think the one thing the women have a problem with when reading the 2025, which I haven't read all of it, but the big chunks of parts of it, is the contraceptive thing. They want to remove contraception altogether, and one people were like, "Oh my God, how dare you!"
Birth control too.
Yeah, but it was like, but it's
Plan
just like,
B as well.
Yeah. But all I see is this makes people more responsible, because if you don't have a way out, now you got to think about who you laying down with.
Or wear condoms.
Based.
Just wear the fucking condoms. Listen, I'm telling you, man. The nurse told me that the Plan B shit don't work. So if you're ovulating and somebody, passed themselves off the side of you, that the Plan B really doesn't work.
I mean, it has.
I don't know. There's a couple of people I know that popped them up for like Tic Tacs, and they just fine.
But no, they work, and they also destroy the reproductive system of a woman if they do it so many times.
They were saying there was no side effects.
You say if they abuse the
the Plan B, yes, they can't pop that shit like Skittles, but you have some women that pop that shit like Skittles.
I think with the induction of sexual liberation and feminism,
this nigga, man,
because I've asked several people, even at work, about where certain things stands in terms of a standard.
Okay.
And I asked them how long ago, well, not how long ago, how quickly are they to have sex when they meet somebody? How do they feel the I love yous and the proposals are coming out? Sex is way the fuck down here within a few weeks. But telling the person I love you is way up there months to a year.
That's true.
And I'm saying that, well, why is something so sacred to women, supposed to be spiritual, a woman's body, woman's temple, but y'all throw it away within weeks?
I mean, obviously, we can. Okay, come on now. We can
What,
probably agree that a lot of these women aren't the same people that share these same tropes and stuff like that.
Are you talking about the I love you?
So I asked them, I scaled it. I was like, well, how long when you first meet somebody do you might decide to have sex with them? I'm mostly asking women. This is at work and people in the street. They be like, oh, a few weeks to a month. Okay, fine. How long ago do you think, on average, to your opinion, do you think the I love you should start that thrown out? Oh, I don't know, 6 months to 8 months.
I think people just don't understand love. That's all. People think there's got to be some magical feeling. We too used to growing up watching Disney Channel and all that shit.
Yeah, that fucks your head.
You can meet somebody and literally genuinely love them within a month or two. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just energy. We don't. I swear we have this false perception of love supposed to take a long time to happen and all of that. I know people got married like the first couple of months of meeting each other and they still married to this day. Been married for a long ass time.
But isn't it, and not to get too far into it, because as we killing Marcus.
But y'all hurry up. What this got to do with Kamala Harris?
Well, you know what? Go ahead, Marcus. We
sorry, brother.
Holy shit! I gotta clean that shit up.
You know we have ADHD. Shit.
What's my goddamn? Views shared by individuals. The views shared by the Chicago Black higher thinking. Okay, what them niggas talk about? We'll get to that later. Okay, we'll get to that later. Goddamn. All right. Yeah, I got the shirt on. This nigga talking about fuck feminism and shit. I was like, bro, I'm trying to bridge the gap here, man.
Women do need rights. Okay.
Yeah.
We all agree that women should have equal rights.
God, thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
all right. What do we? Okay, play.
You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
It would be cosplaying as black. That's what's fucking weird.
Cut it out,
damn. Collard greens in the bathtub and shit. Like, fuck out of here.
Just so happened walking out of a store with black records.
Right.
Like,
jazz records.
Yeah, who the hell was waiting out for you with that?
Right. Hey, you gotta get the camera rolling.
That for real. I saw it with the little hot sauce, on the plate. Say, hey, take a picture of me pouring hot sauce on my.
And I think that shit says they think niggas all love hot sauce. Fuck out of here.
I fucking hate hot sauce and fried chicken and shit. Sorry, y'all.
I don't like soul food like that.
Yeah, see.
What?
That's a lie, because your fat ass be at my house.
I said like that. I don't know. I eat it.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, I eat it for the occasion, but that's not how I cook.
I know how you cook, but your belly sure love it, nigga.
I most of the time eat Mediterranean food, so
that's the fuck I'm
agree.
talking about. I love Mediterranean food.
I eat that shit too, but I ain't gonna never kick the soul, nigga.
No, we ain't gonna kick it. I love.
No, why is it called soul food and it kills our people on average?
Because we cook
the salt content.
Let me explain. We call it soul because.
So what is it called soul food? Because that's what leaves our body. Because we eat too much of it.
No, because we had to turn that bullshit. It took our soul energy. Turn that bullshit into some good shit.
We turned it into something great.
You know what I'm saying?
We did. A great way for people to die.
Soul food,
heart disease, obesity, amputation of the limbs, diabetes.
I will say this: soul food ain't as bad as it used to be now. My mom used to cook with turkey meat instead of cooking, and she stopped cooking with lard and stuff. So it's not as bad as it used to be. We're learning healthier ways.
How you make it? That's all.
We're learning healthier ways to make it.
Yeah,
you
so
know
I have
less butter, fake butter.
No, not the fake butter.
No, not the fake butter. You on your own there, buddy.
You talking to
you on your own
the fitness
there.
guru over here.
You on your own there.
All the people out there, do not use fake butter.
Do
Please.
not.
Use
Do
real
not.
butters.
Hey,
Don't listen to nothing
ghee.
Kimi tell you. Do not use fake butter.
Use ghee. Use avocado oil. Use olive oil. Don't use
Jesus.
fake butter, please.
I just said, shit is better than the actual real butter for the alternative
No.
healthy part.
No, it's not.
It's not.
They
That's
said
a
it's
myth.
supposed to be- it's myth.
Oh
I
yeah, that's a
apologize.
myth.
I mean, I tell you, but I use real butter. I'm just telling you what's supposed to be healthy.
Animal fat in small quantities is actually healthier for us. It actually is healthier for a man's testosterone levels as well to have some amount of animal fat.
Yeah, but
in
you
the butter.
know King believes animals are like from a distant planet Blastonia, according to Billy Carson.
All right,
True,
it gets
now,
started.
if we're talking about healthy animals.
We actually talking about politics, but
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, Marcus. You know we got ADHD.
My
We
fault.
got
Right, yeah,
thrown
go,
off
Marcus.
again.
Right.
Shit.
Play the vehicle, Marcus. Play the
We
vehicle.
started talking about collard greens in the tub, and it just went to something else. Shit.
a
bad.
black podcast.
Oh,
Let's-
shit.
all right, come on, man.
Let's stay focused, guys.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say it to my face.
I'm sorry, Atlanta's eating this up. Bro.
Yeah, they is, man. It's a damn shame.
They love it.
She's smiling too hard, man. I
know,
am not
right?
liking this.
Just eating out the problem.
Yeah, I know,
She's
right?
looking like, look at these dumb motherfuckers.
It's really the time.
Y'all bogus as hell, bro.
Look at these dumb motherfuckers. They believe everything I'm saying. Up here.
Shut up, real. God damn, man.
She's grinning hard as hell.
Oh, God.
I see all 32 of her fucking teeth, bro. Come on, man.
She
is
probably
grinning.
calling them all types of niggas with her and
Right.
her native love.
God.
She get home. Good job, honey. You got the niggers on your side. Good job. They were buying it. That's my little Harris.
Shut up, man. Shut up. Kyle, listen back to the video, man. You kill me, man. Being mean to next president.
I got more lies. Here it comes.
So, Georgia, in the next 98 days, we have our work cut out for us. And this is not going to be easy. This is hard work, but we like hard work. Hard work is good work. So, Georgia, today I ask you, are you ready to get to work? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe
Yes, we
in
can.
opportunity?
I know, right?
Yes, we can.
Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United
All right.
No policies, no nothing.
Well, you know,
She named some policies. We just gotta check them out.
Is this your queen, Miss Lawson?
it's
Oh, my
Is this your
days.
queen?
I gotta bleep that out. I gotta bleep
Is
that
this your queen?
All right, so
I don't back that, but it's a bunch of nothing.
You know.
It's a bunch of nothing coming from her. Now I must admit though, Kamala still is nice looking though. Even at
Oh
59
my
years old.
God!
She's still
You know what? I
fine.
can't say nothing.
She's still fine at 59. I can't lie about that. But,
I can't.
But that ain't no reason to put her ass in office now. Come on now.
All right. So any final? Well, I guess that was y'all final words regarding like this speech as a whole. You know what I'm saying? The policies that were named, and I'm gonna do like a follow up stream where I kind of dig deeper on what they are.
My thing is this: we need tangibles.
Yes.
We need tangibles. About our black vote is important. Our black vote's being slowly diminished right before our eyes. We need tangibles. We need things that we can link to as a culture that they can give us if they want our vote for their presidency. This whole because they Democrats, is stupid. The whole because she's a
Black.
woman, that's a stupid woman, allegedly. All that is stupid reason to vote for somebody.
And didn't she say she not gonna do nothing just for black people?
No, she actually said that.
I'm not gonna do nothing just for black people. No.
Yeah.
So come on, man.
Why they simultaneously
I don't expect
Pacific-
nothing else different.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a difficult question, man. Let me see what y'all say about it. Regarding tangibles, these people will eventually come up with the argument of, hey, the tangibles is the policies that benefit everybody. Those are tangibles that black people can that benefit from. Under the Republicans, they're gonna be stripping those things away. So they're gonna argue that to be your quote unquote tangibles. So
What I gotta say to that is that the lift all programs, man, is not going to. Okay, so when they do things for so-called minorities, right? Like they did with the whole
the Asians.
right. But what I'm going with that is when they did the what's the program they just cut? It was for many years and then they cut it, and the Asians was upset about it.
Oh.
are you talking about? You talking about
Affirmative
action? Yeah,
affirmative action, right?
Thank you.
So when you do things like that, right?
And,
the lift
I'm
off
sorry,
program,
colleges using affirmative action to select to approve of students. And stuff
right?
like
So
that.
when you do things like that, you got to understand as a black person, they're going to prioritize everybody else first, and then you get what's left. I'll give an example. I know we keep talking about food, but I'll give an example. When foods bring out healthy whole foods, do you know that they prioritize whites, neighborhoods, Chinese neighborhoods, Hispanic, and then we get what's left? That's why when you go inside grocery stores, a lot of times in black neighborhoods, you don't always get organic foods because we get what's left. So we think of that in the same token as with the lift all programs. Black people is going to get what's left. We don't need to vote for a lift all program because we're not going to benefit from it. Not a lot of us, maybe a few, and then you'll have them type of people, well, I got this, but there are many people still suffering. Just when you look at all the money that be given to certain races or whatever, black people be way at the bottom. And then when you get down there to the black people, it's most of the time for black women. You know what I'm saying? So the lift all programs does not help.
Interesting. So overall, again, none of it. Like I said, we here on the Chicago Black Delegation podcast are very, very critical of Kamala Harris, the Democratic Party, especially. But again, this is not to be confused as some sort of endorsement for Donald Trump. The Republican Party does have quite a bit to answer for it before they earn our attention, in my humble opinion.
True indeed.
So don't let anybody like come along and start, throwing up, the fist. Don't let people come around and start, try to galvanize our attention for the Republican Party, because again, they gotta show up too. We heard Donald Trump talk about this platinum plan, and I mean, some people think it was like, some people had some pretty serious criticism of the platinum plan. I personally like the platinum plan. All right,
help us out.
So yeah, as I was saying, man, none of this is an endorsement for Donald Trump and the Republican Party, but what I will say is, if we are gonna ride with the Democrats to any capacity, we are gonna have to get really, really involved in the politics. I would argue that we need to. I don't know how to really put this. We have to embed politics into our culture, right? We got to talk about politicians like we talk about basketball players and football players and stuff like that, in order to get everybody. I mean, how else to really put this? Eager to invoke change with us. Okay. I'm glad he wasn't. I'm glad he wasn't. He wasn't sucking on that.
I was gonna tell him to do it too, but like, look here, ladies, look what you can have.
All right, yo, it's been Chicago Black Delegation. It's been a Chicago Black Delegation podcast, bro. Be blessed, y'all. Peace out.